I've been led to do another energy attraction reading, and it's been a couple of days, but just haven't had the opportunity to arise being a busy working mom in a crazy lively house with multiple children and family going in and out, and 4 little dogs. So this is a quiet moment. As usual, I'm going to take advantage of that and allow myself to find a quiet moment within myself and allow my energies to express themselves out through all spaces. So I have been feeling the sensation to do the reading for many days, like I said. So within that space, I do have moments to meditate and get myself in a level of receiving. And so I am ready. I am praying to all that is good, all that is light. Where there is light, no darkness can be. Light is love, joy, knowledge, wisdom. And, oh, my hair's going crazy back there. I have a cowlick. So let's see, with those forces, those energies of being in mind, let's start with pulling a card, shall we? This is the energy cards. Let's see, what is there? Number 29, the world. Wow, okay, let me show you that picture. Now, let's say that there are 3 worlds, right? Let's consider looking at it from kind of a triangular perspective. I've been receiving a lot of messages with shapes of a triangle. Been noticing a lot of triangles out there around me, right? And if you notice, the triangle is also considered one of the most stable bases. So how can we work with this energy idea of a triangle and work on holding a steady base? Also, a triangle points, correct? So maybe it's pointing to a direction for stability, where things can unfold safely and securely and effectively and efficiently, right? So the reason why I pull this number 3, this trinity idea, this triangle idea, is because when we think of the energy of the world, there are kind of 3 major energies that one is living in, okay? So one is living in the material world, and the world that is the material itself, where things happen and take place, right? The materials that give us the tangible to feel and interpret and create our perspectives, and that feeds the material senses, right? And then that in turn also contributes to how we are internally. So our internal world are things that are not tangible, but are very real to us as an individual, as a person. The feelings that one has, the feelings that one feels from the world inside their body, pain to touch, being overwhelmed, feeling overjoyed in a crowd of people that are excited, but then those sentiments, right, of how we perceive and interpret and process things that we're going through, that we're doing, joy, sadness, anger, frustration, uncomfortableness, ease, fatigue, overstimulation, peace. That's an inner world. That's your personal inner world that only you can interpret and feel, because that is your inner space of a world. But it has this interaction with the material world, right? And that material world is created by other people's inner worlds and their perspective and their interpretation and processing and feeling and them growing and moving, like we're all like these pieces of clay, right? And all of those energies from one another are creating and manifesting and doing things in the material world, and that interplays. So what is the third world? That is that of the unseen, that is outside of ourselves, right? That's not material, that's immaterial, that is all energy. Some people say it's spirit, some people might say it's God, just different words, right? But that is the immaterial, spiritual, energetic world. And those three interplay. Triangle, a trinity, all happening at the same time, interplaying with one another to create some sort of a whole. What is the whole? That's a good reflection question right there. So I'm going to leave that there. This was the World card. And we want to look at the literal piece, and we also want to look at the more figurative, deeper level piece, right? So think about, to you personally, are there any other worlds that you carry with you, or that you could find, or that would mean something to you? What does this word mean to you? I'm definitely going to be reflecting on this. You know, here it definitely shows it as very material, like one would look at it and think of the earth where we live, but we live on so much more than just this material. It's important to think about that and recognize that there is multiple energies out there that we are made of and bring to our everyday being. So with that in mind, let's look at our attraction cards. Let's get another level of this. So we're looking at the types of energies and attraction cards. I really like these because it almost kind of says what is up there in your path that you're walking, right? That's close by, that you are bringing to you, or that as a collective we are bringing to ourselves. So let's see what card is attracted. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna pull three cards. Something told me to pull three. So I'm gonna pull three cards. The first one says, I can decide to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. Okay, that's the first card. Okay, let's look a little bit about that. That would kind of be our personal internal world, right? We don't necessarily have to have things in the material to help us feel love and joy, right? Especially if we carry that spiritual piece, that immaterial piece inside of us. You know, the scriptures of the Bible says that, you know, God is love. So we have that in us already, in our world. Just sometimes we're in moments where we might not feel it. Let's see what the next card is. Oh gosh, another joy card. That must be big. That must be big for us, joy. When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. Okay, what world is this talking about, right? Right? Internal world. Look at this. Look at how it's coming together. Internal world. You. Find that joy. You have a little seed in there. Water it. What do you need to water that joy seed? That seed of love in you, because when you introduce joy into a situation, no matter how difficult, maybe that's a smile, maybe that's just you having a pleasant feeling of calmness and bringing that energy into the space. I have a lot of people who tell me all the time, when you come into the room, you just have this peaceful energy about you. The situation can be crazy, but you are still there with a smile on your face and you still look calm. I have moments, dark moments of the soul, right? I have those moments. I've had them all my life. But I have a peace about me, and I know that there's joy and love in there. And sometimes I just have to realize I'm having those more negative emotions, but then recognize it, kind of talk to it, and let it go. It's hard sometimes, but I do try to do my best to bring whatever joy I can and positivity and love, because I have seen that work. I have seen that quelch conflict. I have seen that bring the energy level down to help decrease stress levels. I have seen it be contagious to where all of a sudden other people are starting to talk more positively and their perspective shifts. I've had it happen to me too. If I'm in a more negative sentiment, or I think I have a negative bias that's implicit, and somebody's being positive and talks about it and kind of checks me and has shifted my perspective, and that changes the world around us, because it changes inner worlds of others. Remember, inner worlds of others changes how they interact with the world and the material. And so the material world kind of shifts and manipulates, right? Oh gosh, okay. I can't wait to see what this part says. Let's see what it says. Okay, guys. What did we just say? The third world is this immaterial outside of us, right? Listen to this. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. What are we attracting? The universe. That is on the outside of us, bigger than us, bigger than the material. It has something positive and beautiful. Big plans. It's time to claim them. Look at that. Wow. Ooh. Working with 3 energies. The triangle. Concentrate on some triangles. Look for triangles and recognize it and say thank you. See what directions they're pointing. Maybe those triangles are pointing, providing guidance to you. The universe has plans, but what do we have to do to make way, to make it more easy, to go that path, to receive those plans and to help fulfill those plans? Decide yourself. Live in the moment in joy and love. And when you do that, you will help others do that. And that helps change the material world so that these big plans can unfold more easily. Wow. That's such an exciting message. I hope you are just as excited as me. It gives me chills. Makes me want to just shout hallelujah, praise be, thank you. Amazing. I have one more card that I'd like to pull. I like working with looking at 3 different aspects anytime I do a big reading like this. So I have these animal apothecary cards, and they're relatively new to me, but I've always, for a very long time, worked with spirit animals, and I have different totems of my own. I believe that animals and their existence is not only to support their own growth and their own growth of our material world, but our spiritual world too. They have such knowledge and such skills and such keen awareness and sixth sense that all of us have the ability. It just might not be developed because we don't have to have that to live and survive in the material plane, in this 3D plane, right? But many of them do. So they have heightened senses because they're constantly in the state of survival. And so certain senses are heightened to help them in evolution, right? So there's lots of good medicine, lots of symbolism throughout that's tied to different belief systems, spiritual structures, cultures. And that's important because the world is not just what we live, right? That's our internal world, but it's not all holistically. There's so many people out there with different experiences and upbringings and ways of processing and interpreting, and all of that's beautiful. That potpourri together, there's a truth when all of those come together. So let us look at this, and I might have to look at the little book, because I haven't really worked with these cards, but I am relying on my intuition. And because I was called to reading, I'm going to claim and believe whatever my intuition comes from these cards is the message. Okay? All right. Thank you for your patience, because I'm still new to this as far as doing this with others. Okay. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, let's see. Y'all, how many cups are there? Three cups. What is there on top? Hearts, love, joy, positivity, kindness. It's all coming together, right? I don't need to read the book for this. Let's see what animal this is. Wow, okay. A turkey on guajolote. Now that's interesting. That I might have to read about the turkey. However, the initial response is seeing those 3 of cups with the 3 hearts. Trinity, triangle, 3 worlds, hearts, love, kindness, joy. And the message says magnetism through gratitude. Now that is an energy that we did not speak of. And thank you. This is why I like doing 3 sets of cards, because the 3rd one always gives something that needs to be pointed out to put your energy in the right place to make it happen. What do we need to do when we're deciding to reach out with love and joy, even if we're not feeling it, right? Gratitude. I need to do that too. I'm grateful, but I don't intentionally take time to be grateful about things. Sometimes I do, but not enough. So this is definitely a message for me, and I know it's a message for many of you. I'm going to read about this turkey, and I'm going to post the comment down in the section about what the book that came with it, the person who created this card set. The card set is called Animal Apothecary, and it is by Cara Elizabeth. It's an oracle deck for manifestation and fulfillment. So if you feel drawn to it, that's the set. I will put in the comments what this says, but I hope that this message is helpful to you and brings light and love and all that is good and wonderful in your life into the life of those around you. Let's stay positive, and let's help create a world that is a better place for so many, including ourselves. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you join my page, and I appreciate your prayers and positive energies and supports. And I am doing personal readings. I would love to be able to start doing that and supporting people in that way, being a light bringer. So if you feel like you could benefit for a personal reading, I won't even know who you are. All I need is your email. You just fill out the page, and if you say the code word for the month, which you will find by reading the Facebook page, just scroll, you'll find it. You get $5 off. So instead of 15, it's just 10. Okay, and the reading's usually at least 20 minutes, maybe a little more, so $10. And yeah, I appreciate you and wish you blessings.